Hey everybody. Alright, so we're like adjusting here. Hopefully. I'm gonna clean my camera. Okay, there we go. So it is day 2 of video and we are about to go to an appointment. I just got a text message popping over from my good friend and colleague Karen Carey, who just texted me to tell me I'm amazing and that she just wanted me to know that. Like, that lifted me so much right now. But hey, Heather is doing 100 videos. If you're following this little movement we've started, go follow Heather. She is also, I believe, doing the videos. Heather, have you been doing your video? I know it just started, but hey, either way. Okay, so this morning's gonna be a quick one. I want to keep these videos short anyway because I think even though they're called 100 ramblings, we don't want to ramble too long because that's just nonsense. We don't want to do that. But today I was just doing a lot of reflecting. I'm going to be 100% with you guys because I've committed to vulnerability. I have been in a negative space. So I've been in a negative space for a few days, maybe a couple of weeks, and there have been challenges that have come through, and I've had to really reflect on my own coaching and really kind of coach myself through it, because in my business, so on a business side of things, I don't have an upline. I actually, I don't have, most people in my industry have somebody up that they vent to. Unfortunately, I don't have that, which is fine. But it does present a challenge because you don't have an outlet. And not that we should all be using our uplines as outlets. Totally not promoting that. Please don't do that. But it does present challenges in your life, but I've been in this really funky negative space for a little bit, and I am working my way through it. It's not easy. It's not something that I obviously want, so I find myself trying to coach myself out of it. Either way, one of the big reminders that I had today, I was taking a shower, and I do all my thinking in the shower, and I thought of something that I tell people all the time, which is with everything that happens, absolutely everything. Hi, Nicole. There's a blessing and a lesson. No matter how bad a situation is, no matter how negative a space you're in, it's like that silver lining, that silver lining thing. It's like, always look for the silver lining. And I promise you, I know that there's always a silver lining. I know that because I see it all the time. But sometimes we get into a place so dark that it's really, really hard to find that silver lining. It's really, really hard to locate exactly what it is. But I kind of went through and was like, okay, what coaching would I give someone else? What would I recommend to someone else? What would I say to someone else if they were in my position and they were bringing this to me? Since I don't have somebody to give me that perspective or talk me through it, I got to talk myself through it sometimes. And so that was the route I took this morning, is like, what would it be? What would I say? And I would always tell people, or I always do tell someone, find the blessing in the lesson. There's either a blessing or a lesson in everything. And so this morning I worked through a couple of things that have been sitting on my brain and, sitting on my shoulder. And I really, really took a minute to find the blessing or the lesson. And it helped me a lot, because even though a negative situation might not feel good, a negative situation might get you down, it might bring you to a dark place, there's always something that you can learn from it. And it doesn't fix the negative, it doesn't take the negative away, but it teaches you something. And as long as you're committed to growing, and as long as you are committed to, I gotta put my glasses on, it's so bright here, I'm just squinting and I look like my eyes are closed. But as long as you're committed to growing, you can find the blessing or the lesson or both, it helps you move forward and not experience those things again. So what I did, and I'm not going to dig into where I'm at negative wise and like all of that stuff because this video is meant to be short, but what I found is that currently there are some situations that I can't control. And as a control freak, as an absolute control freak, I am a control freak, I have to, accept that I can't control everybody. I can't control everything. I have to understand that, I have to accept that, and I have to move forward. But finding the blessing finding the lesson helps me avoid feeling in this space or getting in this space or feeling negative about it again. And I don't know if that even helps. Like, this seems like a real true rambling today. But I think we can all relate to this in some way. We can all relate to a situation where it sucks. You want to control it, but you can't. But what options do we have at that point? The only options that we have are to learn from it, to grow from it, and to not put ourselves in those positions again. And that's what I'm going to take from this little thought that I had in the shower this morning. I'm going to move on with my day. I'm going to relinquish control. I'm going to stop worrying about it, stop obsessing over it, stop thinking about it. I'm going to focus on that silver lining and say, okay, I've learned a lesson here. I will grow from this personally, professionally, all of the above. And from this point forward, I will adjust as to not put myself in a situation where I have to feel this way again. And hi, Kat. That's right. Heather said you cannot fix it all. You can't. And that's hard for me because I'm a fixer. I like to fix things. I like to fix things for others. That's, I think, one of the things that I love most is I like to do that. Because it makes me feel useful. It makes me feel helpful. It makes me feel productive to know that I help others. But I often forget that, you have to help yourself too. And it's hard sometimes because we can give advice that we don't always take. And I am not innocent of that. Like, I am definitely guilty of not practicing everything that I preach always, and getting into the same situations of the people that I coach. But I did coach myself partially through some stuff this morning, and I thought that was just a good thought to bring. This is my day 2 of my 100 ramblings. I hope that somebody out there took something from it. If they didn't, oh well, I can't control it, but that's all I've got. Let me see. Heather said you can't fix anyone else's shortcomings. That's their own self-discovery they need to work on. That's correct. It is. And it's so hard sometimes because we have, I'm the type of person who I live by the golden rule. That's always a big focus of mine. We just get wrapped up in, well, this is how I treat people, so why don't people treat me this way? And it gets frustrating, but that I had to recognize was a control thing. It's like I'm trying to control the actions of others, and I can't do that. And when I can't control the actions of others, or I can't control the integrity of others, or I can't control the way that others handle things or act, or whatever it is, whatever the case is, it's like I allow myself to get frustrated, and that's what's the point in that? What am I getting of that? I'm not getting anything out of that but being put in a negative space. So obviously I'm not ever going to be a master at this. I don't think any of us are, but I am working through it, and I thought I kind of moved out of this negative space at least by a couple of steps this morning. So that is what I've got. This is such an exciting time for us to be collectively manifesting our lives. I absolutely agree. I think it's 100% a fabulous, fabulous exercise. But today I'm going to have a phenomenal day. I have already kind of let go and relinquished control over the things that were keeping me in a dark space. And I'm looking forward to having a phenomenal day. So Ruben and I are going to go head out to an appointment. We have a coaching appointment, and I'm really, really excited because these are really productive appointments, and I'm going to have a phenomenal day. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye-bye.